Hello world, this is Random Fix, and in my hand I have a very nice unit here from Topdon. This is the Topdon Pheonix Elite. In our previous video I did an unboxing and I did a quick review of the scan tool. So this is going to be a little bit more of a detailed review, in which I'm not going to just show you how to go and connect this to the vehicle. I'm also going to go ahead and give this a random fix tool grade at the end of the video so you can make a better decision for yourself. So definitely stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel here. So we got the Pheonix Elite here from Topdon, and this is a nice full featured scan tool like this, and it's completely wireless. And I'm going to show you how to hook this up to your vehicle. And you want to connect to this port right here. This is going to be the OBD2 port. And to make the connection, you want to go ahead and use the VCI that's included here in the kit. And I have a full video on what's included here, so you guys can definitely check that out in the description box down below. This is going to go ahead and slide right into that port. It gets powered off that port, and let's get this connected now. Once you slide it into place, this gets power. You want to turn the ignition on to where the check engine light is on, but the motor should not be running. And so here we're at the interface, and since this is completely wireless, I don't have to just sit in that seat and be attached to the vehicle. I can go ahead and work on my car remotely. I can go ahead and even access this scan tool from another computer. So if you need to have somebody help you, they can, and they can log in. So it's got TeamViewer for remote support, which is going to be right over here. We can do all of these different scans here, and to do a video like this can really take me hours because there's so much information to dive into. I'm just going to talk about what's my favorite parts of this scan tool here, and then you could go and make the decision for yourself. So the very first thing that I like here is the auto scan function. It does everything for you. It goes and decodes the VIN and gives you all the right information, so you can go ahead and problem solve instead of typing in a VIN number. So the VIN was detected successfully. I'm just going to do a local diagnosis here, and right here I have my three options. I have the automatic search, manual search. Very easy. I'm just going to do an automatic search, and it says to make sure your ignition is on. I'm going to do a smart scan, and it's going to go through every one of these modules, and it's going to find any issues, and it's going to find all the problems. All the issues are going to turn up to be red. Green is going to be a go. The legend is right there, so you don't have to sit here and take out the owner's manual. This is a very user-friendly scan tool. If you're using this just for DIY weekend repairs, this is still going to get the job done. However, this is going to be a little bit more of a costly tool, and the updates are only included for 2 years. We'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end. So this is the view here of the vehicle, and in my car I want to go ahead and access the SRS system, which is down here. I actually like this view better. So if you want, you can hit system list, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to the SRS, and it lets me know what's happening here. I've already went ahead and remedied the information here. If you wanted to, you can go ahead and do a report, mark it as a diagnosis, a pre-repair and a post-repair. So all those are great. You can clear everything. I'm just going to go ahead and clear the DTCs here, which are the diagnostic trouble codes. With one click, you can see everything is going perfectly fine at the top, and just know that certain codes cannot be deleted. And I'm just waiting for my airbag light on this vehicle to turn off. So it lets me know to turn the ignition off. So now I'm going to come here, turn the ignition off. And you normally want to wait about 10 seconds before you turn the ignition back on. Really smart scanner, walks you through everything. And it's going to go do an automatic search again. And that was in real time, guys, so you saw how quick that was on the rescan. And let's see if I actually have the airbag light still on. Airbag light is gone. So really cool, simple menu to go ahead and use. We got those services here, so you can go ahead and reset, I believe, almost 35 different special functions on here without having to go and pay a dealership. The one takeaway I have about this video is, if you're thinking about buying this scan tool, is email the vendor and ask for a list of supported features for your VIN, because not all vehicles are going to be supported for each one of these. So that's my biggest takeaway. But check this out. We got the oil resets, we got a steering angle sensor reset, we got a BMS reset, which is basically a battery registration. We got an ABS bleeding function right here. So all of these are listed, and the icons are really nice and clear. So now I've gone through the scan function here, and I'm manually selecting my vehicle. And I want to show you guys my favorite part of this, which is going to be the live data. I really like the way that the live data is categorized here. So here we are under the motor control module, and we have all of these different functions listed here. So we got some coding options here. You got the actuation test. So this is the bidirectional function. So if I wanted to roll up a window, I could roll up a window with the scan tool. If I wanted to fold in a mirror, I could go ahead and turn on certain pumps. It's all right here. My favorite part of this is going to be, as I told you guys, the live data, which is going to be right here under read data streams. And check this out, guys. And here's all the different data streams that are available and categorized. So if you had an issue with the idle, you can come in here and select the 3 pieces of information that you want to pay attention to. Hit OK. It'll go ahead and display them for you. You can also go ahead and graph them in 3 different individual graphs. You can go ahead and combine them, and you can go and select more items to include on the graph. And again, this happened in real time, and it is super fast. So if money is being generated by time, if you're working at a shop, this is the scan tool to go ahead and own. And so far, all the different things I've tried on the scan tool have been successful, except for the Prius. And updating is very easy. Just hit the update function right there, and you can see we have 10 updates available, and you can go ahead and select them all, hit the button, and walk away. You're done. So really great interface that makes everything nice and simple. So as the scan tool is updating, I want to talk about the real reason why I made this video, is if this scan tool is for you. So understand that this scan tool is going to cost north of $1,500, and it's honestly the best scan tool I've ever owned. It comes with all the different cables and accessories that you would want, except for the battery tester, which you have to buy separately. However, you could live with that, and if you're using it for a shop, obviously it would be an investment. The real question of this video is this something that you would go ahead and buy if you were a DIY home mechanic? And I'm going to let you guys decide that for yourself. I do have to say that Topdon themselves makes really great scan tools that are going to be under $500 that most weekend mechanics can go ahead and use, and they have about 85% of the functions. And now let's try this on this brand new Mercedes-Benz with less than 5,000 miles, and we'll do a basic and enhanced diagnosis. And let's do a scan here on this newer 2021 Mercedes-Benz. Select auto scan, local diagnosis. And check that out. We can go with the enhanced version, where we get to select the engine variants, transmission variants. So let's go ahead and scan this 1-year-old vehicle with 3,000 miles, just to see how the health report does and how well the Topdon Phoenix Elite will pick up all detectable issues. And check that out, guys. I'm actually surprised that so far everything is looking good, and we are only 12% into this. So one thing you'll notice with a lot of the newer vehicles is they have a whole slew of ECUs or computers, and they're just adding more and more to the vehicles as time goes on. So we can see we found 3 errors here in the transmission module, one in the SAM or the signal acquisitions module, one for the keyless go, one for the audio, another one for the audio, air conditioning, left door, right door, the power tailgate, And look at the power tailgate here, guys. You guys can see that all these issues could be caused by a low battery. So whenever you are working on a vehicle and your battery drops below 12 volts, please put it on a battery charger or a battery tender, as you do not want to do any diagnostics with a low battery. And if your battery dies, you are going to see all kinds of little problematic codes like this. So I always recommend clearing these. And if your battery is really weak, you want to go ahead and replace it, because if the battery is weak, you're going to start getting transmission issues, engine problems, and the list will just go on. And the rest of these look good. And at first I was a little nervous because this would be one of the very few times I've seen a German vehicle with no problems detected. So the Topdon Phoenix Elite is definitely doing a good job as far as detecting these issues. And again, I could enter here, I could do a report, and I could also clear everything with one button. And we can also go to system selection. So now I can go ahead and choose what I want to go and diagnose. So I can go to the vehicle drive system, the chassis, the body, air conditioning. Go ahead and also enter into the seats and doors here, or check the informations and communication. And if I go back, I can also just do a basic version. And I really like the disclaimers and help menus here. This menu includes only common special functions. Reminds you to make sure that the ignition is on. And again, you can do a whole complete system overview with just one visual graph like this. So this is really great. They call this the system topology. And we could do a smart scan towards the bottom of the menu here. And let's go ahead and run this. And now the scan is complete. So now I can go ahead and choose a diagnostic plan down here. And under diagnostic plan, it's really nice the way they've actually gone ahead and broken everything down. And I like the way that the diagnostic plan here is really laid out. And we can see the very top code here lets us know that there is an incorrect signal. The issue with the keyless go, it lets us know that there's an open circuit. For the driver side SAM, it lets us know that the starter battery has excessive resistance. And for the audio system, it lets us know that there is no signal change, and that's seeing that as a malfunction. So everything is done in a very precise and proper manner here. So I like this a lot. And we can also clear everything in the very bottom right hand corner here by hitting that clear DTCs. I always recommend having a report in case you're going to do that. And if you ever experience a bad or really low battery, I always recommend clearing everything, as if you don't, you're going to go ahead and be fishing for problems that don't exist because they were related to the battery. And that little beep lets me know to go ahead and remove the VCI, which is a nice friendly reminder. And I just used this a few days back, and obviously there's no new update, so this is really nice. I always recommend having this connected to the internet the first time you are connecting to a new vehicle, in case there are any new updates. So great little scan tool here to use on a newer vehicle like this 2021 Mercedes C-Class, and it really did a great job and was very easy to use. The auto scan did work. And let's go ahead and try out this camera here. And just a couple of notes about the camera here. On the last two vehicles, which included a 2016 Toyota Prius and a 2019 Mercedes Sprinter, the camera did not work. So maybe they've made some improvements in the camera or in the VIN printout. And this is very disappointing. I just tried the camera for the third time and it does not work. If you're enjoying the video here on the Topdon Pheonix Elite, please give the video a thumbs up, as it really lets YouTube know that I'm bringing you guys valuable content. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, so that way you guys will get notified anytime I post videos like this that are aimed to save you time and money. And I'm here to answer any questions that you guys may have. Thanks again for the support. So now let's go ahead and try out the Elite on this Mini here, and this vehicle just loses power for no reason. Let's see what it is. How come it's not getting power, bro? I keep pushing the start button. No, I just want the ignition to turn on, bro. Does it make sense? This is the key, right? You don't have another key.
Yeah. Where's the power button?
This right here. So the very first thing that I noticed on this vehicle is the dash lights do not turn on at all. However, the battery is good. Let's go ahead and put this under a load. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so battery's good.
That's weird.
Holding voltage. So the thing to keep in mind when you got a vehicle like this, I think what's happening here on this vehicle is the ignition's not turning on, but the battery is good. So sometimes it's just turning off for whatever reason. So what I like to do is go ahead and do all my scans, get reports. Then I'll go ahead and unplug the battery in case there's a module that's online or just not communicating. And I'll go ahead and reconnect it and see what happens. And you really want to make sure you print out that report. That's the most important element of this, just in case you need to go ahead and reference anything, you can. So I'm going to go run a smart scan on this. This is going to be a diagnostic scan. Let's go ahead and just hit OK. So let's go to diagnostic plan here. So it looks like we got some faults here with the brake lights. Something going on with the occupancy detector on the passenger side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear everything here since I got that report. So everything cleared up here, and if you got to open short like the SRS right here, that basically means that the computer found that error right away and didn't have to go do any kind of systems test because again it was an open loop. All right. Let's go check this one more time. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the car. And let's see if the Topdon detects anything new now. We'll go ahead and run that scan one more time. Okay, so we got some fault codes that are appearing back up. And now I'm going to go ahead and restart the car. Pay attention to the load tester again to see if that alternator is acting normal. And then go ahead and disconnect the battery from the vehicle for about 10 minutes and seeing if this issue improves. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and start digging deep as far as electrical, you can go ahead and spend thousands of dollars. This is just a quick little test that I do to see if it's something that can be fixed or it's just a one-time error. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the battery and see what happens. Hey everybody, I wanted to give you an update on that Mini Cooper that we tested that was basically dying as the vehicle was running. So with the Topdon, a simple load tester, I was able to determine it wasn't the battery, it wasn't the charging system, and it wasn't the car. And as I was playing around with it, I noticed that the negative terminal, the screw is actually stripped. And so it didn't have good tension on the battery pole. And bottom line was it wasn't making a good contact. So sometimes it would make a good contact, sometimes it wouldn't make a good contact. In short, my brother was able to save thousands of dollars and not having to pay electrical fees because sometimes people will go crazy, start ripping things apart. I've been there, and the nice thing was the Topdon really saved his rear end on that one, and he saved a lot of money. So let's go ahead and try out the Topdon on one other vehicle here, which is a 2016 Toyota Prius. We're going to try out the bidirectional functions. We're going to talk a little bit about the coding. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up by giving it a random fix tool grade so you guys can make a better decision for yourself. So we're here under the customization screen on the Prius. And these are the items you can go ahead and customize. So for example, if you wanted to get into the vehicle, and you wanted to make sure to change the time for how long the lights stay on, you can go ahead and do that. It's pretty cool. And you also get to turn off some warning lights. So if you want to go ahead and turn off the seat belt warning light on the passenger side because you're using it for work and there's something in that seat, well, instead of having to hear the seatbelt warning every minute, you can come in here and turn off that feature. So it makes it pretty nice. So here's the passenger side seatbelt. I can go ahead and turn it off right here. And now let's go ahead and go to the engine control module, and then we'll try those bi-directional functions. And we're going to go to actuation test right here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the water pump with that monitoring data. And I'm going to turn it off now. And I'm going to turn it back on. So that's pretty cool. And you get to do this with a lot of different components around the vehicle, including some of the hybrid fans, some of the AC or climate control functions, active grills, and nice to have this option without having to tear the whole engine compartment apart to get access to a relay or a switch and then try to go manually turn it on because you're trying to troubleshoot something. So the bi-directional support on this is great. And now let's go ahead and go into the main home screen here, and we're going to go to user settings. So to get to the online programming, you want to go to user information in the bottom right hand corner. Go to where it says online programming. And these are the vehicles that are currently available. So we got BMW, Mercedes, and VW. Well, I'm working on a Toyota, so this is definitely not going to work. So again, if you're interested in getting a scan tool like this and you're going to be utilizing a feature such as the online programming, email the vendor your VIN number and ask for a list of supported features. So let's talk about some of the key differences of this unit versus some of the less expensive Topdon units out there. So this has the CAN FD, which is the controller area network flexible data rate. So basically this can access more data and check the data and verify the data on a lot of the newer vehicles that have CAN FD. So let's talk a little bit about the special services here. So under the special services, you have the immobilizer programmer. And in case you're going to be using something like this, just know you might have to buy other special equipment. And the same thing with the ADAS or the ADAS system. You're going to need to go ahead and buy special tools to go ahead and program. So please take advantage of the vendor and email them before you purchase this. And now let's go ahead and hop on to the next part of the video, is where we're going to go ahead and give this a random fix tool grade. And overall, guys, if I don't mention this again, amazing unit. If it wasn't for the price, this is the best scan tool I have ever used. So if you are going to be using this for a shop, I would go ahead and hit that buy button right now and order this unit. And if you're going to be using this just for the weekend repairs around the garage, this might be a little bit overkill, and there might be better and cheaper options that include lifetime updates. Really quick about the updates. Once the 2 years expires, you can continue using this scan tool. However, you just won't have access to the newest data. So it's not a complete loss. Just want to make sure that you guys know about this up front. Again, if the video is helpful, give it a thumbs up. Thanks, guys. I love this unit. I'm going to go ahead and display for you guys the score here on the screen. You guys are welcome to check out the other videos below about the unboxing and the little bit of the quick review as I go into some other functions on that video. And as you guys can see, that the score on this is going to be a 90 out of 100. And the real reason this scan tool did not go ahead and get a 99 or 98 is because of the pricing. And at $1,500, great scan tool, no doubt about it. But at $540 a year for updates after your 2 years expire, so year 4, you're going to be in this scan tool over $2,500. Now, if you're working at a shop, that's going to make a lot of sense. Go for it. If you're going to go ahead and buy the scan tool so you can save yourself a couple of $1,000s in repair costs on your vehicles, this might be a little bit out of reach. And again, This is the best scan tool that I've ever owned. I do want to thank Topdon for sending me this, and I've really enjoyed using it, and I'm going to continue to use it. However, what's up with the $540 updates per year? That's a lot of money. My Sprinter insurance here for the vehicle runs me $1,000. The updates on this are going to run me $540. Let me know what you guys think. Give the video a thumbs up. I always try to keep the videos honest and truthful, so you guys can go ahead and make a decision for yourself. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.